Hey, what's up, everyone? Pasay Botter here. We are now in playoffs. Well, it's not yet playoffs. We're still in play-in, but for me, essentially, it's the same. So we will be having a couple of games for today. So we will be discussing first the Eastern Conference matchup between Atlanta Hawks and Miami Heat. That is the 7 versus number 8 matchup in the East. That'll happen at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's gonna be 7:30 a.m. here in Manila. Again, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. By the way, before we proceed, there have been some people who are still confused or who are still not familiar with the play-in format. So basically, what's going to happen here is that again, Hawks would go up against Miami Heat. That's number 7 going up against number 8. The winner of this matchup, it's just one game, right? The winner of this matchup would actually be tagged as number 7 in the East, and they would actually go and face Boston Celtics. So it's not really a good thing to be at, but they would take that, of course, rather than being eliminated, right? So whoever wins this number 7 versus number 8 battle will go up against Boston Celtics and that. Number 2 versus number 7 in the Eastern Conference matchup. Whoever loses will actually go up against the winner of that number 9 versus number 10 matchup in the East. So let's go ahead and discuss this one. Again, that's Hawks going up against Miami Heat. These two teams actually met 4 times during the regular season, and 3 out of those 4 times, Miami Heat actually won the matchup. So in terms of how do I say this? And getting the number of the other team, it's Miami Heat who's actually up. Again, 3 games versus 1. So Miami Heat has the advantage. Not only that, Miami Heat is also playing at home. So that's another advantage for Miami Heat. Atlanta Hawks, though, if there's something that I would want to highlight for the Hawks, for me, their main advantage is that they are healthy. Atlanta Hawks, they are healthy. Nobody's even tagged as probable or questionable. Everyone's good. Everyone's suiting up and playing for this particular game. Unlike Miami Heat, there are 3 players listed down here. Nikola Jovic is confirmed out for this game, and we have Kyle Lowry listed as questionable, and Max Struss listed as probable. So there are 3 players again listed for Miami Heat. There's even one confirmed out. So obviously Atlanta Hawks will be the healthier team. This one's gonna be tough because of the spread. By the way, I think I haven't mentioned the spread yet. The spread is actually it started with minus 4.5. Not sure how it is now. It started with minus 4.5. It became right now it's already at -5, and that's actually given towards the home team. That's Miami Heat. Now, if we will actually base it on how they did in the regular season, I know a lot of people would actually pick Atlanta Hawks because even though Miami Heat actually won the battle, 3 games to 1, it wasn't by that much. If you take the average, I think the average is just around 2, 3 points. Before bottom line below 5 points, right? And Miami Heat has been like that during the regular season, not just against the Hawks. Yes, they've had a lot of wins. They made it here in the play-in, but Miami Heat, they couldn't cover the spread a lot of times. A lot of times they will win, but they would not cover the spread, especially if the spread is around 5 points or up. So that's actually something about Miami Heat during the regular season. And for some reason, I actually feel like it's gonna be totally different right now that it's the play-in. It's gonna be totally different right now. It's almost the playoffs, if you know what I'm saying. Miami Heat during the regular season, whenever they have the opportunity, they actually sit down. Some, not some, but several of their players. They actually minimize the playing time or playing minutes of some of their players. I've seen some games when some of their players just played for like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, even though they were healthy. So I feel like it's gonna be different right now. Especially during the play-in, this is just one game. Whoever wins will actually get like extra days of rest because again, we would still need to wait for the play-in to to get finished. I think Miami Heat will actually win the battle, and if there's one thing, and if I would be asked as to what the reason would be, the number one reason would be Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, as we all know, is a is an all-time is an all-star. Jimmy Butler is a very good scorer. His offense is going to be something that Atlanta Hawks would not be able to resolve. I'm looking at John Collins and DeAndre Hunter. They got the size to take on Butler, but they don't have the speed. I'm looking at Deontay Murray. Yes, he's got the speed, but man, Butler's going to be too strong for him. So that's number one. That's the number one reason as to why I feel like Miami Heat will win. At the same time, will cover the spread. And I understand that Capella is actually present for Atlanta Hawks, but Miami Heat has Adebayo. So basically, those two giants will just cancel each other out. Um, and Atlanta Hawks, the number two reason is that Atlanta Hawks they ain't that good whenever they are on the road. Whenever if ever Atlanta Hawks will be at home in this matchup, maybe I would kind of switch a little bit, especially with the spread at 5 points. But Miami Heat is at home. They will be supported by the fans. They got Jimmy Butler. They got Adebayo right there to take care of Capella's rebounding and defense. Um, I feel like Miami Heat would actually win this battle at the same time cover the spread. I'm not even gonna be surprised if if it will be like a few points more than 5 points. So my pick would be Miami Heat -5. I expect them to be at number 7, and if truth be told, they are the team who can actually go up against Boston. I'm not saying that they will beat Boston, but it would still be a matchup. If it will be Atlanta versus Boston, man, it should be an easy, it should be easy picking for Boston. So it will be better if it will be Miami versus Boston, and I expect it that way. My pick would be Miami -5. Again, that's Heat -5. Peace out, Pasay love, and God bless.